Hello there, folks. It's the 12th of January and it's the second week of my new commitment to make some cracking content every Friday. And today, I've been working on a video off the back of something which happened earlier in the week. And this is just a short explanation. So, the video is called Deleted from Next Door. So, if you want this video to make a bit more sense, watch that video and then come back and watch this one, or watch this one and then watch that one, or whatever. It's just an explanation to say the video which I made last week about me distributing the book around town, it's only a short video just to advertise. That was then taken down from Nextdoor for curious reasons, not clear reasons, just breach of vague guidelines. And then I started reformulating the post to put it back up, which was then taken down, and then I put it back up in another way, and it's just an experiment. So I made a video about me posting to Nextdoor, and that is now there, called Deleted from Nextdoor. But I just wanted to explain something, alright, because on one of the evenings, what happened is that I was contacted by someone who I'm not allowed to identify. And they told me something which I'm not allowed to share. And I have started looking at this Nextdoor thing as a curious sort of social mechanism that's not like any other social media platform. It's very controlled, it's very ordained, and it's very difficult for politically controversial content to go anywhere because it gets deleted by people who don't want people to see it. So that is now the angle of my investigation. Now, there are people who are knowledgeable about how Nextdoor works, and they have communicated with me, but anonymously, and that's what I'm getting at. Why would somebody want to communicate to me anonymously and not be identified? Because of fear of reprisal, of talking to me about what's going on in Cambridge. Why is talking about what's going on in Cambridge controversial? And why would somebody be fearful of reprisal of talking to me? That is a really weird situation. It's not democratic and it's not free. I'm not doing anything like dangerous. I'm not doing anything hateful. I'm exposing a story which I wrote about and published into a book. And there's this strange clique. There may only be 3 or 4 or 5 people. The way Nextdoor works is, this is what I'm gathering by people who know about it. They have moderators. So Nextdoor is a community sort of social media realm. Hold on a minute. Pardon me, my dog was eating the cat food. Come on. Nextdoor is sort of compartmentalized into little neighborhood social networks, and then in those neighborhoods they have moderators. The moderators are, as I understand it, randomly selected or sort of invited to become a moderator, which that is the sort of the controlling authority over which posts get deleted or allowed to stay up. Now, if somebody posts rude or inflammatory content, it gets flagged. Somebody from among the community, a user of Nextdoor, is allowed to report a post. It goes from the reporting, goes to the moderators for review, and then the moderators delete it. But it's not clear how the decisions are made, who the moderators are, who flagged up the content, and or if the moderators are doing any checks at all to see whether or not the posts which get flagged are flagged for justifiable reasons or wrong reasons. And what I'm trying to expose here is that there is a group of people in Cambridge who are using the flag. They report posts to the moderators, and then the moderators delete the posts without checking, and there isn't actually an opportunity for recourse, and the user who gets their post deleted has no say. They don't get told why. the conversation which happens, or the report which is made, is done totally anonymously. So, and the problem with it is that as soon as a post gets taken down, your account becomes kind of like listed, or it's like you're on report. So then everything that you do has to be then checked and rechecked, and you get almost like a black mark against your record. If you get enough posts taken down, your account is deleted, because it's like, you're obviously a troublemaker. Look how many posts you've had removed. You must be doing something wrong. But anyone can report any post for any reason, and the moderators don't check it. Either that, or the moderators are part of the same posse, the same group, who are deleting these posts. Now, I came onto this story through people who are much more active on Nextdoor. Before any of this happened, before the Mill Road Bridge situation, and before I became involved in it, was the congestion charge thing. And on Nextdoor, it was all pro GCP and pro congestion charge posts. When people disagreed with them, they were like hounded or abused or argued with. But if enough people started being anti-GCP or anti-congestion charge, the posts were removed. And there's even a video on my channel called The Cracker Censored from back last April, where a prolific pro-GCP, pro-congestion charge user made a post directly about me to try to discredit me, and I made a video about that. You can look at it. But the point is that Nextdoor is dominated and controlled by pro-GCP, pro-road closure, pro-bridge closure people. And it's these guys, I think, who are routinely deleting posts which they don't want people to see. And that has now taken the form of deleting posts about my book. Any information about the book at all gets taken down. And the reason they use is because it's a fundraiser. But they don't tell me that. Anyway, watch the video, because there's so much to discuss. But the problem which I'm having now, and this is what I want to communicate to you directly, is that I am now, as a journalist or a reporter, having to walk a strange balancing act, because I know things that people have told me that they have told me not to say, because of the fear factor, the reprisal factor. They don't want to get in trouble with these moderators or this Nextdoor clique. It's a really weird situation. It's like the situation has become entangled in political knots. And so from a journalistic perspective, it's very difficult for me to just tell the truth. And sooner or later, I'm going to have to just come out with it all, because it's an intolerable situation. And it raises all these strange, implications about democracy in Cambridge, about freedom of speech in Cambridge, about freedom of information in Cambridge, about freedom of press in Cambridge, about what all the ramifications that this has on the local democracy. If people are not allowed to share information and talk freely about it and form their own opinion, and there's this weird kind of political sect which is shutting down conversation, and people who talk out about it only do so anonymously or secretly. They don't just want to be upfront and open like I'm doing, and all of my work gets just discredited by these people. What's going on in Cambridge with this thing? A legal challenge, a judicial review, is part of our democratic legal structure that we as democratic citizens have a right to invoke. Decisions by councils get made all the time, some of them for the better, some of them for the worse, some of them dubious, some of them not done by the letter of the law. And when that happens, citizens who are upset by it or going to be impacted by it are allowed to have that decision challenged and reviewed by a judge. That's part of the democracy. And that is what is now under attack. The judicial review challenge. the fact that the book is about the Judicial Review Challenge means to them that it's biased, that it's fraudulent, that it's propaganda or something, and they are the ones who get to decide what people can and cannot see, rather than being allowed to see it and make up their own mind. This is how I'm viewing this situation. Anyway, so this is an explanation video for that video called Deleted from Next Door. Have a watch and see what you think. Oh yeah, sorry, just to reiterate, this is me explaining that there is a section within that video which I've had to reluctantly delete and cut out of it because of this strange political entanglement, and I don't want to get people in trouble for talking to me. And so this is a video, this is as much as you're allowed to see, because it divulges information which I've been told that I'm not allowed to use. So just to let you know, there's a section in the middle which I've had to cut, which I really don't like doing. I don't like cutting bits out of my videos because it's a document at the end of the day, and it's a democracy, and you're free to see what I see. That's the reason why I'm doing this. But there is a small section taken out of the middle of this video where somebody has asked me, please don't use that because I'll get in trouble. Anyway, watch the video. It's called Deleted from Next Door. Let's see what you think. Thanks.